3-minute conversation with a whale using AI, and the whale actually just talked back.
We are nearing the end. Nosy the Rabbit is almost finished being built.
Every American kid who's ever taken school pictures.
Oh, the light touch.
We're all in the Epstein files.
Yeah.
You better watch yourself and your kids. Would you believe me if I told you that this mural was painted in a middle school?
What was the first question you wanted answered when you became president?
Where are the aliens?
Murder, murder, murder media. Come and get it, yo, murder media. Murder, murder, yo, murder media.
AI, and the whale actually just talked back.
What is up,
Dude,
yo?
this is obviously about to sound fake right now, but this is completely real. So a team of researchers from UC Davis and the SETI Institute, which by the way is the same exact people who search for alien life, just dropped an underwater speaker off of the coast of Alaska. They played a recorded humpback whale contact call into the ocean, and a whale that they named Twain swam up to their boat and started responding. They're saying that for 20 straight minutes, Twain circled the boat and matched every single call that they played, timing her responses to the exact intervals between each signal. They say that she wasn't just making noises to respond back, she was actually matching the rhythm of the conversation. The lead researcher on this entire thing right now just said that this is the first official exchange between humans and humpback whales in the humpback's own language. Okay. And by the way, the reason why SETI is involved right now is because they're using whale communication to build intelligence filters, which is basically going to be training AI to recognize intelligent conversations so that if we ever pick up a signal from space, we'll know if something is actually trying to talk to us. We literally just talked
the Rabbit
to a
is almost finished being built. For those of you that don't know, there's a guy building a 10-foot tall animatronic rabbit. He just has to install the head and then basically all the cabling and stuff that's going to make the animatronic move, run, jump, crouch, kill. I don't know. We don't know what he has planned for this. Now, there are other people that are coming out with rival rabbits that are supposed to protect us from Nosy. Like this guy here, he says that he's building another rabbit. This one's supposed to operate on all fours, it seems, based upon his sketches and his design. I highly doubt this thing will be able to stop Nosy. Nosy's bulletproof. He's tank proof, waterproof. He can jump. He can run. He can crouch. Like if Nosy spots you, that's it. You're done. And now that he's almost finished with his build and no other contenders have stepped up that are even remotely able to stop Nosy in case if he is evil, I just don't know what we're gonna do. I'm willing to bet that we are 2 months away from him completing this build.
People accountable that was on those EpiPen files, and they're starting with Prince Andrew. So if you don't know, Prince Andrew just got arrested, and he was arrested for suspicion of misconduct while in public office. Mind you, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor was on those EpiPen files. And once they found that out, they removed him out of his residence, stripped him of being a prince, and now they just locked him up. They're saying that Andrew was forwarding emails to Jeffrey Epstein while he was a public official. What type of email? Now, you got to know that Prince Andrew is the same guy that was traveling around the world, speaking to different people for over 10 years, trying to foment relationships for the British government. So how did he get involved and in bed with Epstein? That's how. Trying to foment relationships. They're saying that this man was forwarding confidential documents to Jeffrey EpiPen. Mind you, they asked Prince Andrew how long he was dealing with Jeffrey Epstein, what type of relationship he had with Jeffrey Epstein. And apparently he lied because they found out he was dealing with him longer than he said he was dealing with him. Needless to say, this man right here had a lot of dirt on a lot of people.
Ever and it's only the
beginning. The light touch.
Man. We're all in the Epstein files. Yeah. Is that not crazy?
That's insane.
This shit
because the company Life Touch is connected to the guy, I guess, who runs the company or who founded the company. He is a part of the files, and he's been there so many times. They mentioned bro's name so many times, and it's connected to him.
I'm glad I was homeschooled.
What about all the kids who didn't buy their pictures?
Yeah.
Where did the pictures go? Think about it. How many times did you take school pictures and you didn't buy them?
Yeah, exactly.
Did you get them? Did they go to your house?
Yeah.
They didn't go to my house. So where do they go? Where do
if you do buy them, it's like
they make a copy.
Yeah, there's a file on a computer somewhere.
So where did the other ones go?
Yeah,
we never questioned it. Our parents never questioned it. So now it's just a bunch of pictures of kids
from
literally
kindergarten all the way to your senior high school.
So wait, let's even go a step further. Where does that kid live?
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure they have access to all that shit. They know that I go to this school. So now they already narrowed it down to he lives in California.
Super creepy.
And then it's that school. There's only one of those schools in that district.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I mean, bro. It's such a crazy thing of you have a never-ending cycle of child pictures.
Yeah.
that these creepy can probably use for whatever the hell they want. So
Still
it's wild that
the
they're over here wondering why we all care about the Epstein files. Because we're a part of it.
Yeah.
What
all
the hell?
Anyone who's had their school picture taken is a part of that.
Wild.
So then it goes into this thing of like, are we all just gonna keep just sitting here being like, yeah, well, the new Spider-Man's coming out, and then we're just gonna care about that, and then these people we know right now they're eating babies, and then we're just continuing paying them money every year. Every year they just take taxes from us. They take our money. It goes to them. They pay for whatever they want. They do their little parties and their nasty, crazy shit, and they're just like,
Area 51.
Are aliens real?
They're real, but I haven't seen them, and they're not being kept in
what do you believe?
Area 51.
Drop it
The
down
world
here.
has always wondered, are aliens real? And what's inside Area 51, a top secret military base in the Nevada desert, which has been at the center of a lot of conspiracy theories over the years, with reported UFO sightings, and some people convinced an alien spacecraft is being hidden in there, but Barack Obama doesn't think so.
There's no underground facility unless there's this enormous conspiracy.
Still denying
they
it
hid
to
it
this
from the
day.
President of the United States.
What was the first question you wanted answered when you
They
became
always
president?
say that shit.
Where
They
are the
say there's
aliens? Where are the
nothing
aliens?
underneath.
Those comments
The
are going
base.
to send the internet into a
Still to
frenzy.
this
It's
day.
not clear whether he's joking
Right.
or being serious or not. What do you think? Do you think aliens are real? And what's inside Area 51?
Have you
Let us
seen
know in
any
the comments.
evidence of non-human visitors to Earth?
Well, he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. You know?
So aliens are real.
Well, I don't know if they're real or not. I can tell you, he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that.
Well,
he made a big mistake. He took it out of classified information. No, I don't have an opinion on it. I never talk about it. A lot of people do. A lot of people believe it. Do you believe it, Peter?
Well, the president can declassify anything that he wants to. So if you want to make an announcement,
I may get him out of trouble
Breaking
by
news.
declassifying.
Donald Trump just said he will be directing the Secretary of War and other relevant departments and agencies to begin the process of identifying and releasing government files related to
This year's
alien
just gonna
and
get
extraterrestrial
more lit,
life,
bro.
unidentified aerial phenomenon, UAP, and unidentified
Let's
flying
go.
objects, UFOs, and any and all other information connected to these highly complex but extremely interesting and important matters. God bless America. This is breaking news. Like I said, Donald Trump just put this out. It's Thursday, 9 p.m. Everybody in the UFO community was literally waiting for this. And, but the question is Donald Trump going to be directing, the Lockheed Martin, EG&G, Raytheon, JPL, all of these private contractors to release these information about, alien technologies or, alien life, if they have alien bodies or something like that. I don't know. But
do you think it's going to happen, though?
according to Donald Trump, he will be directing the Secretary of War to release these, files about the UFO phenomenon. So this is breaking news. Let me know in the comment section. Do you think Donald Trump will be releasing a full disclosure on alien life?
With Mel Gibson
or
from
what?
1998.
Man, I've watched this whole motherfucking
they portrayed
this
him
whole
as a
interview.
raving
You
lunatic.
can find it on YouTube.
He was canceled before canceling became a
awesome.
thing. No
Go
studio
watch it.
wanted to work with him. So, what do you think he meant by this?
When I came over here, I was in my mid-20s.
Right.
The first time I really came over here. I had a whole bunch of weird paranoid suspicions about what the hell was going on because there was a lot of stuff I couldn't understand.
Right.
And nobody was really bothering to explain it to me.
They don't.
And and I formed a bunch of opinions about the town and about the people in it that were like, surely that couldn't be, because a whole place can't be like, weird town, where the stranger wanders in and all the people are in the bar and they all shut up when he looks at them.
They love on these.
Mm.
It's crazy. I mean, I do too,
This
though,
shit's
because I have an
creepy.
iron deficiency, so it just shit tastes good. Like, do you guys like the taste of blood? Do you? Does anyone here like the taste of blood? Because I like it. I like the taste of blood.
Wasn't you supposed to be the world's #1 virtue signaler at an award show just a couple weeks ago? And you're telling everyone you like the taste of what? I think you need to be careful with statements like that, considering everything that's coming out now. Even the NPCs and the people who weren't switched on are starting to rub a bit of that sleep out of their eyes. Yeah, you want to maraud on stage, you're some hero, when you have no idea what it is to live amongst real people, real working class people. But you like the taste of what? Make it make sense. And these are supposed to be people children should be looking up to. Shut them all down.
You guys know the Chuck E. Cheese theory?
Wait, break it down.
Can anybody tell me why Chuck E. Cheese, if you look at the slices, why are the slices different shapes? Small, big.
I always thought that was weird.
Okay, you know why? They said when the kids eat the pizza, kids never really finish their pizza at Chuck E. Cheese. They're running around.
Never went to
eating,
Chuck
and they all
E.
go home,
Cheese,
right?
so
there's
I don't-
leftover slices. So you know what to do with the leftover slices? You take the slices, put them back in the
I
oven,
wanted
melt
to
the
go
cheese
there to
over
play the
again,
game.
and bring it back out.
Fuck the
Okay,
food.
that's why they're different.
Oh my god! So that's just like
Allegedly.
That's
If you
like
from the 90s,
mush
do you know
of
what
everyone else's
what
leftover
golf
pizza.
was?
So that's why the last time I went to Chuck E. Cheese, I got fucking sick.
Because you probably was eating somebody else's pizza.
Right.
That sounds crazy.
They're all different shapes. Like some are like small, some are big. They just take the old slices.
Oh no.
Run them back, put the cheese over it, and then melt it and then bring it out. Because think about it. You're dealing with a bunch of kids, right? They're going to take one bite and then go play.
They never eat the full pizza.
They never eat the full pizza. And that costs them millions of dollars if they're throwing out fresh pizza all the time. But wouldn't that save them or make them a lot of money to do so?
Actually, it would. It saves them.
And then guess who's working in the back anyways? A bunch of teenagers who don't give a shit.
Well, I mean, CEO was on the Epstein files, so at this point, you can't put anything past. He's on the Epstein files.
Right.
But being that he stepped down, if you were just mentioned and you were like, oh, I just took a jet one time, I went to a party, you step down. Unless it's really some shit. You don't want discovery.
Facts.
You don't want to take the whole company down.
Yeah, because if you're current CEO, this is why everybody, right before COVID, everybody stepped down from the CEO positions because they didn't want that heat of, stocks crashing and all this stuff. They're like, oh, I ain't dealing with this.
They keep saying that. They keep saying that the stocks are going to crash. This last file drop, they saying everything's going to crash. Even the Trump administration, they keep saying it. It's like, what's on there? And then Alex Jones came out and said something too. Alex Jones is like, yo, I talked to somebody from the FBI and he's like, you don't want to know what's on this last drop.
Public
Like,
Library is a Freemasonic temple,
right.
and the depictions here are absolutely shocking, so make sure you watch to the end. First of all, we have the classic 2 pillars of Freemasonry. And then we get to the side here, we see the Freemason scholars, the snake, the sun, Egyptian deities. Oh, and let's not forget about the Freemason compass, the owl. You know that same owl that they hid on the dollar bill, which was also constructed by a Freemason? Let's continue on. We have 2 more owls on top of 2 more pillars here. More scholars, more deities bearing the crown. Whose crown is that? Who is that for? Oh, we also have a depiction of a dragon, because dragons are just mythical creatures. They definitely don't exist. And let's not forget the pine cone here, which was utilized a lot in our ancient world by the Anunnaki, symbolizing an awakened being, because the pine cone is the same shape and size as our pineal gland. Maybe not size, but same shape. I'm just curious what kind of feels you get from this library. They lied to you. It's all fake information. What kind of feels do you get from here, guys? What sort of message is this sending you? Maybe the adopters of the old world was ancient Egypt actually in America? Because that's what I think. But let me know what you think in the comments down below, and don't forget to like, share, and follow for more hidden truth.
Unexplainable. I'm a believer in this hotel. There's definitely spirits.
22 documented jumpers from the hotel back during the Great Depression. They claim that's where all the stories come from.
I've heard voices and had elevators run by themselves. Lights will start to flicker as if the spirits are aware of the fact they're being discussed.
They just want you to know that they're here. At some point you start to think, am I crazy? Like, is this really happening? But it is.
The Lord Baltimore in Maryland is routinely listed as one of the most haunted hotels in America.
Before being here and what happened to me, I was not a believer. I was a skeptic.
Adam Grace was a hotel guest in town for a magic conference.
I got off the elevator and I took a left to head to my room and just minding my own business, and something pushed me. And I thought it was a person because it was a shove and it was hard enough where I almost fell down. Turned around and no one was there. And for the people that are watching this, they're just like, oh, he just tripped. It wasn't a trip, man. It was not a trip. I've tripped a million times in my life. I know what a trip's like. It was a push. It was a push.
Who's all excited for ghost hunting tonight? Yeah? My name is Brian Pierce. I'm the director and founder of the Baltimore Paranormal Society. A lot of what we do are public investigations because we also like to educate the public. We'll set up some of our equipment. We'll go throughout the space strategically and use our equipment to try to communicate with any spirit activity that might be there. Is this still a child we're speaking to? Did your mother live here? Oh. The bell and the cap all went off. Okay.
Crazy.
Thank you. We hear about all the time of guests who check into the hotel not expecting it to be haunted, not knowing anything about the hauntings. And some guests will check out in the middle of the night.
For the most part, we have a hospitable staff and a hospitable spirits.
How would you believe it's the feeling when you come through these doors and you walk these halls? You will know if it's really true.
Believed it was haunted and sold it with everything still inside to
This
Brittany
one's
Murphy,
creepy.
who would then go on to die inside of the house. Maybe this is all just
this right
coincidence,
here is
but
creepy.
it's still incredibly eerie when you hear the full story. So this is the mansion that Britney Spears moved into in 2001. And according to Britney's former makeup artist, during the time that she was living there, she had some type of spiritual transformation and invited someone over who claimed to be a spiritual healer. But after this supposed spiritual healer left, something didn't feel right to her. Britney told her former makeup artist that she thought the spiritual healer may have opened some type of portal, and she claimed that there were evil spirits inside of the house trying to harm her by doing things like pushing her down the stairs. The entire situation scared Britney so badly that she left the home immediately and never returned. She then sold the house along with everything inside of it to Brittany Murphy, who would then go on to die in that house under very suspicious circumstances. Her husband Simon would also die 5 months after her in the same room. Now, after Brittany's death, Simon gave an interview stating that his wife tried to avoid the house at all costs. He said that he felt that maybe the property was unlucky, and before her death, he had planned to move his wife and his mother to New York City. Then, after Simon's death, his mother was quoted saying, "All I know is that before Simon's death, he was having hallucinations that things were crawling out of his skin." Now, a lot of people believe that this can all be attributed to toxic mold poisoning. Maybe the home was filled with black mold, which, when exposed to for a prolonged period of time, can cause hallucinations, paranoia, insomnia. It can also cause breathing problems. And the ultimate cause of Brittany and Simon's death was listed as community-acquired pneumonia. But the coroner's office said that toxic mold wasn't the case. They instead said that Brittany's death was due to an iron deficiency and intoxication from prescription medications, which likely weakened her immune system and then led to a fatal bacterial infection. Simon's cause of death was nearly identical. So if this was the case, was Brittany...
What's happening right now? The public restroom cameras. Guys, if you use public restrooms frequently, I'm so sorry for the anxiety I'm about to cause you. But on February 1st, 2026 in San Diego, California, user Beck57634 would head to a local market to use the restroom and would make a horrifyingly shocking discovery and post this video.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's fucked. That is super fucked.
Yeah, just a full-on live feed doorbell camera
Crazy.
hidden inside a box facing the toilet. She would proceed to call 911 and then later ABC News to spread awareness. However, when cops got there, staffers at the market declined to give a comment. And the incident is now under investigation and is now all over the news. Now, unfortunately, this isn't an isolated incident, as there have been several incidents like this in hotels, Airbnbs. It is a never-ending situation that just keeps getting worse with the advancement of portable and smaller cameras, with hidden cameras disguised as USB ports, alarm clocks, even tiny little cameras that can sometimes be hidden in air vents. But experts warn that if you see any strangely placed objects facing vulnerable spots like beds, toilets, showers, basically any place where you think you would do something personal, you might want to double check your surroundings just in case there's a hidden camera. Stories like Beck's that reminds me that this is only going to get worse the more time that passes and technology advances.
Oh, yeah,
guys, I'm not trying to scare you, I'm just trying to spread awareness. I'm so so sorry that this happened to Beck, and I really hope that whoever placed this camera got arrested, because we don't know how many people they recorded.
Your blood is blue until it hits oxygen. I vividly remember that.
I was taught
in elementary school
it
science
was
class.
blue
Teacher standing at the
until-
front saying your blood is blue inside your body and it turns red when it touches air. And most of us accepted that as a fact. But here's the thing, that's not true. Human blood is never blue, ever. It's always red, dark red when it's low in oxygen, bright red when it's oxygenated, but never blue. So why do so many of us remember being taught that? Was it a simplified explanation that got misunderstood? Or is this another Mandela effect moment
This
where
one
thousands of
actually blew
people
my
share
mind, dude.
the exact same memory that apparently never
Crazy.
happened? Even crazier, veins look blue under your skin, but that's just how the light interacts with the tissue. Your blood inside them is still red.
Wow.
So why were we all told that? Or at least we all remember them telling us that. As always, stay weird.
Crazy.
Fucking crazy.
You were Puffy's blood boy from 2004 to 2014.
Yeah.
Don't think I'm stupid,
I
but
found
what's
a better
blood
clip,
boy?
y'all.
So
This
when
one's a lot
somebody
better.
parties too hard or isn't living right, they want a fresh blood in their system, right? I didn't drink, smoke weed, I didn't eat any pork, none of that. Diddy saw me and he was like, yo, I got a job for you. He was like, I want that blood. And I was like, whoa. And he drops
Give me that blood. Give me
10
that
grand on the
blood.
table. 10 large. Yeah. He said, I want a pint of your blood right now. So that was a one-off, or you saw you? No, that was the beginning. I'm a universal donor. He thought I was special. He called me his lucky little blood boy. Every 3 months, he would fly me down to Miami. And this was the crazy part. He never actually wanted to do it on land. It wasn't legal at that time.
Yeah.
So we would get on a
And
boat
now
and
it
he would
is
take us to
not.
what he would call Oconus,
Letting you know.
outside of the continental United
US.
States.
Well,
And on his yacht,
regulated.
we would just
regulated.
drain blood. And he would just drain me. Just drain me, dude. Look at him from 2004 to 2014 and tell me if he aged. Yeah, facts. And he's aging now that he's in prison. He's not all of a sudden
He's
Father
older.
Time caught up with it. You know what I mean? For 9 years, the majority of Puffy was made up with my blood. With my blood.
Hidden portals in Earth's magnetic sphere, and scientists along with NASA have known this for decades. Yeah, portals just at the outer edge of Earth's atmosphere, right as you get to space. Scientists have even named these portals. They're called X-spots because of the point where the magnetic connection is and the portal begins.
Crazy.
Portal. That's kind of a key word to this thing, because a portal is a place where something either enters into or comes out of. So since scientists admit that these portals exist right on the edge of space, where do they go to and where do they come from? Now, obviously, there's a lot of speculation about this, and while I would just be guessing, I do have an opinion myself. Maybe to alien worlds, other dimensions, or a different time itself. Yeah, the future, the past, where these portals go to and come from, it's all speculation. But one thing is absolutely clear. Those X-Spot portals are real, they exist, and the powers to be know about them.
Kids, would you believe me if I told you that this mural was painted in a middle school? We'll get into
This
the
is
implications of all
super
this in
fucking
1
scary.
second, but this was a mural painted by a
Super
middle schooler in Jenks Middle School in Rhode Island. But wait, it gets even worse. The teacher helped the child draw this mural of Moloch, and it was checked off by the administrator of the school. The student was tasked with bringing forth better academia outcomes. Moloch is the deity of child. A lot of people still don't know this, but before his name was Moloch, his name was Baal or Baal. He was the golden calf of the Canaanites. Now the parents actually complained against the school, so they painted over this, but guess what? It's still there underneath the paint.
Wow.
Do y'all not know the ramifications for having a literal child deity on the wall, even if it's under paint? This is Satanism right out in the opening. Not just in concerts, on the TV, it's in your schools now. I don't even show y'all ever trash like this. But guess what? What I just showed you is better than this. At what point are people going to realize it's a spiritual war and they're after the souls of your kids? Full-blown Satanism is in every aspect of your life, and people still say there's no God.
He makes the darkness
irony.
A construction worker named Dave from California made a shocking discovery inside of an apartment unit that's undergoing construction work. The place that recently went ablaze a few years back, and unfortunately, it took the life of a 3-year-old girl along with it. And as he's working on the wall by her bedroom window, he noticed something's not right.
Look the fuck I see on the ground. Those are not an adult-sized footprint going into the wall. This is where her bed was at, right here. I talked to the owner, I video called him and everything. And I've been here and little kids laughing. I just thought it was coming from outside. But it's like I felt something go like this in my ear. And yeah, I hear all the activity coming from that closet. And right here, this really baffled me. Like I said, nobody else has the keys. There's no kids in here. I lock up everything. It's a 4-unit complex. Nobody's in here. Nobody been in here. There's an alarm system. So we got paranormal activity. Look at these little feet. Look at these little cute little feet. If you're in here, ghosts, I mean no harm. I'm Uncle Dave. You call me Uncle Dave. I'm fixing up your room for you. Okay? But yeah, I believe in ghosts. So if you have anything paranormal, share it on Ghost. But man, I work in every environment,
guys?
Even if it's haunted.
Down there,
you know. But yeah, you know. But yeah, say something. If you hear some ghosts or whatever, or capture ghost activity, share it, man.
What is up? 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 Hopefully you're having a wonderful day, whoever you are, wherever you are. I always say, stay to the positive, never to the negative. Always remember that. Go up in the day, baby. You play, you won't make it one life to live. You better live it for today. That's facts. Stay ablazing, stay amazing, stay true, stay you. No matter what you're doing.